Well, this one's called 73 yards, and I've got 246 yards, so I'm sure it'll be no bother.
Credits without an opener.
If there were opening credits, I could figure out where this thing starts.
Bit of Blair Witch.
Prosiect Gwrach Blair.
Lester Freeman at work.
Rest in peace, Mad Jack.
Ah, the politician Mad Jack. Millie's finger jewellery, it's very Alan Moore. Oh, it's that Targaryen fella. Or The Witcher.
Like from 73 yards, 219 feet.
I think the conclusion that we've got here is 73 yards is a lot easier to get your head around than 247 yards.
Hello there! Oh, she must be mad.
I think she's a god. Loki, maybe? The Doctor, the Brownie? I know. She's Jenny everywhere.
That's Glyn Gatwick.
This village doesn't exist, and nearest I could find was my birthplace, Glengormley.
Pren Marw.
Feet, 66.7 meters.
Mae torchwad yn bentwr mawr o ffawpiau.
Good atmosphere created in the community pub here. You feel like you could run into these people. It's hard assery to mess with blow-ins and sort of black banter that you might encounter in a small community.
It's what they call a fairy circle.
Ooh, is this Sepulka?
The cliff tops are a boundary between the land and the sea.
So then that takes us into the area of boundary stones where you can make gifts to old gods, such as leaving them out apples or maybe a steak and chips. And essentially this cliff top is a great big boundary stone.
They were torture centres set up by the English to rule with fear.
That's good that we have science fiction making political statements, because that's kind of the point. Oh, looks like a thong.
It's him, oh my god, it's him.
Mad Jack thinking about give me a good laugh.
For God's sake, child, you walked into a piece of string.
Oh, you think this is funny, do you? Fantasy flashes to the TARDIS of a ruby overcoming her fear.
Good with his box of magic tricks. Some kind of guzum.
Michelle Greeney's showing off the look once more, and Millie Gibson is on stellar form this episode. Lots of eldritch resonant imagery. Such a visual story told with expression and figure posturing.
And if you sit in a room with no window?
No, I can't see her. I know she's there. 73 yards. I've measured it 100 times. I've measured it 1,000 times.
73 yards. The chat with Kate shows us many scenes that haven't been filmed, what Kate and Ruby have found out in the intervening time. And what we see is an enhanced abandonment of Ruby. It's a haunting story.
Mad Jack, they used to call me.
The government has collapsed in shame.
If people are worried about anything, it's the cost of living. It's inflation. It's a price cap.
Nothing new there then.
I have pledged to defend our borders and set us up on high as one of the greatest nations in the world.
But we're members of NATO.
When did NATO ever, fire a nuclear missile? Ever?
I see a bit of Tory lettering. Oh no, it's new Tory lettering.
Now we're talking. Ruby uses a stalking scarecrow as a bullet, positioning enemy against enemy. And this couldn't be more political, because it's all connected. The RTD2 era is steeped in politics, and I'm here for it. In fact, so far it's many times better than the RTD1 era. It's not lame, it's brave. And a Dr. Light tale this early on totally blindsided me. There's a real sense of mystery and intrigue around this episode. And it constantly keeps you guessing. It's a real emotional horror piece. Just like a shadow over the psyche when you're feeling like lost and not altogether in sync with the world. But it all knots together really well. I actually thought the stranger was Ruby at the start, but there was enough along the way to throw me off the trail. 73 yards was an enjoyable journey, but it feels unfinished, beholden to the episodes ahead of it in some way, with elements to be harvested for the series going in. Why are there two Rubies? How is she doubled back in her timeline exactly? Don't say anything, but this rugby club's also taken out a restraining order on me. It's hard to feel dissatisfied with this episode when the journey is an embarrassment of riches. Visual hauntings, visceral emotions, the Ap Gwilliam story. While this doesn't succeed for me 100%, it succeeds as a subject-evoking piece of poetic writing that, even if 73 yards was never to be mentioned in the series arc, I'm perfectly okay with that. Don't forget to like and subscribe and tell your future self. Excuse me, you wouldn't be able to tell me the length of that pitch, would you?
It's about 109 yards.
Right.
Go home, son.